Have a seat in the car.
No!
Oh my God, what the?
Put it down! Put it down, baby.
They're playing with the gun back and forth.
Put it down! Now!
On February 16th, 2025, deputies in Bernalillo County, New Mexico, responded to a 911 call that sounded almost impossible.
Exactly what happened?
Well, I had my boys helping me clean stuff that they were throwing out of the car last night. Officers were here last night as well because they, took off, and they found a gun, and they have it, and they jumped the fence, and they have it with them.
What kind of firearm was it?
I believe it's a 9, white and black. They're like a compact, it's small, mini. It's tiny. Yeah, I told them to give it to me, and they wouldn't. So I came inside to get my phone, and yeah, they
How
took
old
off
are your
out
children?
of the 7 and 9.
Her two sons, just 7 and 9 years old, had found a handgun, refused to give it back to her, and then disappeared behind nearby homes with the weapon. Deputies rushed to the scene without any idea whether the gun was loaded.
Last night, probably. They can't run this thing. I know I won't touch it. I'm a felon. I can't. But I was gonna, yeah.
There are unspent rounds on the ground where we are. So there is a possibility that they have ammunition. Was there any issue happening before this?
Okay. And then they started fighting with each other. And I told my son Sean not to freaking be doing that. And then that's when they got mad. And then they locked the door on me because at first we were cleaning it up.
So they were fighting with each other?
Yes.
Was anybody chasing the other one with the firearm? Who had the firearm? The one that was mad or the other one?
Eugene had the firearm, the 7-year-old.
And was he the mad one?
No.
Okay.
Sean was the mad one.
Sean was the mad one.
Mm-hmm. Sean's the one that got the gun pointed at him on the 9.
Within minutes, officers surrounded the area and located the brothers hiding behind an air conditioning unit. But what followed barely looked like an encounter involving 2 elementary school-age children.
Leave the gun there, buddy. Just keep your hands up and come here. It's okay, you're not in trouble. Hey, put your hands up, dude.
Put your hands up now! Put them up now!
I have a visual on this side. The 1030 with the orange has something in his hand.
All you gotta do is drop it, dude. That's it.
254, you have a female running up behind you.
Stay on that side. They have it in their hand, okay? Just stay there.
They just pointed it up. They pointed it upward.
Drop the gun, bro.
Buddy, drop it. Drop the gun, man. Okay. Stop.
Put it on the ground.
Put it on the ground and put your hands up. Put it right there.
258's gonna have 40. And 234 is taser.
Hey, put it down. Put your hands up.
Even with deputies positioned around them repeatedly ordering them to put the gun down, the boys appeared strangely unfazed. A police drone watching from above showed them passing the handgun back and forth between each other while officers tried to keep the situation from escalating.
Hey, girls, can you guys drop that and come talk to me? Just go ahead and drop that.
Put it down, babe. Go ahead and put it down for me, okay?
You're not in trouble, but you got to drop that and come talk to us, all right?
See if there's a magazine inside the magazine well.
Put it down,
But
baby.
they're playing with the gun back and forth. The one in the blue is trying to take it from the one in the orange.
Put it down,
And now the kid in the blue and green has a
I
firearm.
need you to put it down, baby.
Let's not do that, bud. Let's not do that. Let's take our hand off, buddy. Let's put it on the ground. He said he has his hand on the trigger. Hey guys, put the gun down and come
394 has
talk
a
to
shield
me.
if you do need one. Someone else come
Put
back
the
for
gun
it.
down and come and talk to me. It's okay. You're not in trouble, buddy.
Just put it down, babe.
And we'll show you how.
I know. Can you put it down for me? Can you lift
You want 40 on that side? If so, I would go ahead and 40 you.
I don't want to do that by weight.
Yeah, my wing port's for us.
Just wait. Let's try to keep talking with them.
Wow. Just watch, there's a female coming up.
Eugene, put it down, babe, okay? Can you put it down for me so we can talk? Can you do that for me? Because you're doing a really good job right now. So if you could just put it down, I would appreciate that.
He has the firearm upside down now. He's no longer got his finger on the trigger.
For several minutes, deputies continued trying to talk them down, but nothing worked.
He's not gonna shoot you, babe. Put it down. Okay, he's gonna put it down now. He's facing it down. Now you put the gun down. Okay? Come on, Sean. Let's listen, okay, babe? We don't want to hurt you, honey. Can you put it on the floor? It's still gonna be right by you, but if you put it down on the floor, then he could keep his cannon down. I have a gun. But put it on the floor.
Ready in 40?
Just wait. Stand by.
Eventually, officers decided to use a less lethal round, deliberately striking the air conditioning unit beside them in an attempt to force the boys away from the gun. Instead, it nearly caused the exact outcome everyone had been trying to avoid.
We want to help you.
I want to try to do a warning, something.
Put it down, Sean. We don't want to hurt you, okay?
I just don't want to.
Put it down, Sean.
I really don't want to 40 a kid right
We
now.
don't want to hurt you, and we want to help you, okay?
Aim it and fire.
It'd be
48.
Put it down, baby.
40 going out. 40, 40, 40.
Startled by the impact, the 9-year-old suddenly raised the handgun toward the deputies. He then pulled the trigger, but the gun didn't fire.
Put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Now!
Taser! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the gun!
Put it down! The green has it!
For a few seconds, the entire scene descended into chaos. Officers shouted for the boys to drop the weapon, while their mother, believing her children had been shot, attempted to run toward them.
Stay back! Stay back! It's less lethal. It's less lethal. Stop! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Record this. Those are my kids.
We didn't shoot them.
What the was that then?
Less than lethal. It was a small.
Meanwhile, one deputy started moving around the side of the unit, using the chaos to close the distance before the boys realized he was there.
Drop it now. Drop it, both of you.
I don't even have the gun. I don't have the gun.
Get over here.
10-3, 10-4. All 34 is 10-4.
All kids are 10-4. They are fine. They are not dead.
No, I'm not gonna go in handcuffs. For one, I didn't do.
Hey, you're acting. Stop.
No, it was my kids.
I don't want to use force on you. Stop.
Okay, then put me on handcuffs.
Thank
But I
you.
didn't do.
You didn't do nothing. I'm not saying you did anything.
But my babies are in the house.
Stop it.
I expect me to act. Those are my kids.
We get it.
I get it.
No, you guys are up, mister.
We
I
don't
just had a
want to
gun in
hurt
my head.
anybody.
You do this?
We're trying to just de-escalate the situation.
How come I don't hear them then?
They're gonna talk. Look, this is what they shot him with right here. Look, right here. These. Right here. It's a big old bubble. Look. I want you to feel it. Feel it. It's a bubble. Feel it? That's what they shot him with.
Neither child had been shot, and despite how close the situation had come to ending differently, nobody was seriously injured. But once deputies examined the handgun, they discovered just how close they had actually come.
It's loaded with one in the chamber.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, kid. What do you do? That's silly.
Seriously, we gotta do something about this kid.
It wasn't an unloaded weapon the boys had been pretending to use. There was a live round already inside the chamber, with 2 more rounds in the magazine. And somehow, that still wasn't the most disturbing part of the case. Deputies were already extremely familiar with the home. At the time, Sheriff John Allen said officers had previously been called there 56 times, involving a repeated cycle of domestic problems and concerns surrounding the children.
And I think they need to be put in custody at this point. Mom has, this is not the first event, it's just escalated. The last one is they barricaded with a stick and said they were going to stab 34's Alfred.
There was one in the chamber.
Yeah, I told him that. So I think that it's just escalated at this point. Mom has said last time that she needs help and she cannot handle them. And I think they need a 72.
Court records later revealed that only about a week before the standoff, a man living at the house had allegedly pointed a handgun at the same 2 boys and threatened them. The children described that weapon as silver and black, similar to the gun they would later be seen holding in the drone footage. The man was subsequently indicted on multiple charges, including making a firearm accessible to a minor. And even the figure of 56 police visits may not have told the entire story. Months later, a New Mexico state senator said Sheriff Allen had gone back through the records and counted 180 calls connected to the home, although local station KOB noted that it couldn't independently confirm that number. By a later update, the two boys remained in the custody of New Mexico's Children, Youth, and Families Department, while the man from whom authorities said they obtained the gun was serving 3.5 years behind bars, which perhaps explains the part of the footage that disturbed so many people afterward. Two children, surrounded by armed deputies and repeatedly being told to drop a loaded gun, seemed almost completely accustomed to the chaos around them. And had that weapon fired when the 9-year-old pulled the trigger, this entire encounter could have ended very differently. But while these deputies in New Mexico knew exactly what they were facing, the next security guard was frightened by something he couldn't even see. On December 29, 2020, a hotel security guard was making his usual rounds through an otherwise quiet building when he began hearing something that made him stop. According to the account surrounding the footage, a guest had died at the hotel only a few months earlier, and staff had reportedly noticed strange activity afterward. But until that night, the guard hadn't experienced anything quite like this himself. While checking a staircase, he suddenly heard what sounded like a woman's voice somewhere nearby.
Hello?
When nobody appeared, he continued listening, only for another sound to begin moving through the empty hallway.
Oh my god, what the
What? At first they seemed distant, but within seconds they grew faster and appeared to be coming directly toward him. Whatever was causing them, the guard apparently had no intention of waiting around to find out and quickly left the area. But the part that made the recording much harder to explain wasn't noticed until the footage was watched back afterward. Near one of the doorways, something appears to briefly be watching from behind the door. There are obviously ordinary possibilities. The shape could be part of the doorway itself, an object obscured by the darkness or even compression from the low-quality recording. The voice and footsteps are also impossible to identify from the footage alone. But considering the guard had already believed something was moving through an otherwise empty part of the hotel before that shape was ever noticed, the recording left him with a much stranger question than the one he started with. If nobody else was supposed to be there that night, what exactly had he heard coming toward him? And while nobody could say for certain what had been moving through that hotel, the next call would uncover something very clear behind a child's repeated attempts to escape home. On January 22, 2022, police in West Palm Beach, Florida, were searching for an 8-year-old girl who had once again run away from home. Her mother told officers this had happened before. According to her, the girl had behavioral problems, frequently ran away, and sometimes told people things about the family that simply weren't true.
I heard her not in the bathroom anymore, so I looked and I was like, Luna, and I noticed she wasn't in her room, and that's when I heard her by the back door, and then I was like, Luna, and then I walked over to see her, and then as I was walking over there, she was opening the back door to run out. And she has like an emotional processing disorder, and she's had it like basically since she was about this size.
Okay.
She's always had a thing with like running away or like hoarding things.
Where does she usually go to?
That's why we're baffled right now, because like she always goes to the same places.
But when officers eventually found the child, her explanation for running away sounded very different.
Okay, hold on, we got her. If you come east towards Poinciana.
Probably this one. Excellent. Nice job, guys.
You okay, sweetheart? What grade are you in, honey?
3rd grade.
3rd grade? Okay.
Such a pretty girl.
You are. Why were you hiding from us?
Because I just always have to go back home and I don't like it.
You don't like it at home? Okay. Okay, well
I just want to be with Grandma.
where does your grandparents live?
My grandma lives in Connecticut. And Mommy and Daddy say she's just mean when she's not, and they never let let's go there.
Okay. How are your mom and dad mean to you? What do they do that's mean?
They do small amounts of food and do too much and say hard math.
Okay.
And then whenever
Here's some water, baby. Drink a little bit of
water,
okay?
when they say it's too hard, they just say do it or you don't get your meals, and then they lock me in my room at night and they lock the door.
Okay.
You don't like it over there where you live? Why not?
Mommy's always being bossy and telling me to brush my teeth again and again, and they make me do too hard math, and the door's always locked and closed, or throw me in the shower with my clothes on.
They put you in the shower with your clothes on?
Yes.
Oh no. Why?
I don't know why.
When was the last time you ate? When was the last time you had dinner? Or breakfast?
I didn't have breakfast
You didn't have breakfast today? No.
Yesterday I had dinner.
So the last time you ate was dinner last night? And your belly's still hungry, huh? We're gonna get you some food. And how many nuggets do you think you're gonna eat? Do you think you can eat like 5?
I think she can eat like 10.
What? How about 15? Could you eat 15 nuggets?
But I probably stop at that.
But then you wouldn't have room for cookies. You gotta save room for cookies. You know?
Can you eat 15 nuggets and a cookie?
Oh, your belly would hurt.
Or 14 nuggets and a cookie.
What she told officers immediately changed the tone of the search. This was no longer just about a child who had wandered away from home. Her answers were now raising questions about what she had been trying to get away from. And while officers still had no way of knowing whether everything she was saying was true, her mother would soon give them a completely different explanation.
I don't know if they already came and talked to you yet. No, but yeah, they already found her.
No, yet where?
They did down there, 36th Street.
Okay.
Not too far from here, down the street.
Okay.
But this is automatically like a DCF call. So under our policy, is it okay if I look through the house real quick?
Okay, what are you looking for?
No, we just gotta look, just to make sure everything's okay with the other kids.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. Like, do you need to look to see if they have like a bed? Do you need to look to see if they have food?
That's
like,
it. Yeah. That's
okay.
It.
Luna said she was hungry, so we've got an officer going to get her some food.
No, we have food at home. That's a symptom of her disorder. She will lie and say we have not fed her. She will say she's hungry. She will say whatever. Like we have food, and like the thing is, she has food allergies. Like she's severely allergic to dairy. Like she cannot eat any kind of goat or cow or like any kind
Can
of.
she eat chicken nuggets?
No, she cannot.
Okay.
She cannot. Absolutely not.
All right. Why?
She cannot because there are ingredients into them. Like number one, we're vegan, and we're vegan because she is allergic to dairy. And even if we weren't vegan, like those chicken nuggets have milk powder.
Okay, so the dairy's in it. Okay.
Like,
so what does she eat normally?
Everything. Like literally, we give her nuggets. They're just like gluten-free vegan nuggets.
Okay.
Like we literally, she ran away before she could have her breakfast this morning.
Okay.
We were literally in the middle of making her an oatmeal.
So what's up with Eliana? What, like...
I don't know. I guess she told everybody that she was hungry and like they're trying to give her chicken nuggets or something, but we have
No, we won't give her chicken nuggets.
Like,
if she's allergic to it, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, and like the McDonald's French fries have like little like milk and like meat powder in them. Like we can't. Wendy's fries are like literally the only thing, but like she doesn't need fries because like she has wholesome food at home. Like,
Your husband's a chef, right?
Yeah, exactly. We have food. He's a professional chef. We have food.
Where's he at? Where's he work?
He's working right now out of town, so that's why this is going on probably. I think she's upset that her dad went out of town, and this is the first time happening.
Her explanation sounded convincing on the surface, but the more officers compared it with what the girl had already told them, the more the two stories stopped lining up.
I am very old. I'm older than your mom and dad. Hey, bro, would you like eat it, man, on your own?
Here you go, Luna.
Jeez, bro.
I don't know. They just said I can go see Luna, but I can't bring the baby over there. And like they wanted to hold the baby, but I said no. Like I'm not comfortable with anybody holding the baby.
Archer. She just wants to see her real quick.
Eliana, are you okay? Where are your shoes? You weren't wearing shoes? Would you like a hug? No, thank you. What's been going on? Do you want to talk to Daddy? Daddy's been on the phone. We've been very worried about you. Eliana, we need to make sure you're safe. Mommy has been very, very worried about you. Can you talk to Mommy and explain what's been going on? Baby, you've been missing. It's been more than 3 hours since you ran out. You ran out without having breakfast or even saying good morning to Mommy. You just went to the bathroom and went out the back door.
The girl had already refused even a hug from her mother. But the next interaction raised an even stranger question. Before her father spoke to her over the phone, her mother appeared unusually concerned with making sure he knew exactly who was listening.
Daddy, she can hear you and everybody else can hear you too.
Okay, listen, Eliana, it is time to, I don't know what you've told the police, but it is time to tell the truth, okay? It is time to tell the truth because every time that you've talked to the police before, you've said something other than the truth. And I don't know what you've said so far, but it is time to tell the truth if you haven't already, okay?
I think he's trying to make sure that you're safe because Daddy's worried.
Mom, can we talk to you for a second over here? Right over here. We're going to just talk to you.
I don't know what's going on. They're saying I can't talk to her anymore.
You're not in any trouble, honey. You're not in any trouble.
I know what will happen if you leave the house.
What happened?
Mom's just gonna lock me in.
She's gonna lock in your room?
Yes. And
why would she lock in your room?
Because she doesn't want me to tell people that I'm hungry.
Okay.
Her story still hadn't changed. And after that one final answer about what she feared would happen if she returned home, officers made their decision. Her mother was arrested.
Listen, you're going to be placed under arrest, okay, for child neglect.
What? No! My baby!
You're okay, they're
My
okay.
baby! My baby!
Hold on a second, ma'am, okay?
My baby!
The kids are okay.
My baby!
Don't scream, don't scream. That's going to make it worse for them, okay?
Don't scream.
No!
You don't want to upset them.
My baby!
All right.
No!
Have a seat in the car.
No! Please wait until their dad gets here, please!
They're okay, ma'am.
Please!
They're okay.
Your dad gets here. Slide,
No, my baby!
slide your legs in, please.
My baby!
Slide your legs in, please.
No! She needs her. She
They're okay.
needs her stuff. Her
They're
milk.
okay. They're
My
okay.
baby!
They're okay, ma'am.
No, she's not okay! My baby!
They're with us. They're okay.
In the house, she's bossy and doesn't act like a great mother.
Okay.
And I think she just thinks I'm allergic because at Grandma's house, Grandma feeds us good, and once in a while she gives us some non-vegan stuff. But none of us ever get sick. She just thinks that because once when I was a baby, I got sick, but I was a baby then.
My baby!
All right. We'll bring him up to the station. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, all we want is for you to be happy and your brothers and sisters to be happy and for you guys to be taken care of and have food and everything you need.
Take a deep breath. I know you're stressed out. Obviously, this is a stressful situation.
Baby!
But what is it exactly that the baby needs from the house?
Everything! She's frightened!
Everything that doesn't answer my question. So we're either going to go to the station, or if there's a specific item you just mentioned, formula.
Yeah, she doesn't have formula or diapers or anything, like...
Okay. And you have all that inside the house?
Yes!
And you're willing to allow us to go inside the house and get those things?
Please.
Ma'am, that's a yes or no question.
Let Aldous hold the baby. She's
Ma'am,
frightened with
ma'am,
strangers.
listen to what I'm saying.
She doesn't understand.
Ma'am, you're willing to allow us to go inside the house and get those items?
Well, if we go home quickly, there's food in the fridge, and I could bring...
What kind of food is in the fridge?
I don't know, but I know there's stuff in the fridge. Mommy and Daddy get food, but they don't give it to us. They eat it themselves.
With every answer, the explanation officers had heard from her mother became harder to reconcile with what the girl was telling them. And soon, police would find evidence that their concerns extended far beyond just one child. Police later reported that all 4 children in the home, ranging from 7 months to 8 years old, appeared dirty, frail, and underweight. Authorities also said none of the children were enrolled in school, and that they could find no record showing they were being homeschooled. Investigators further concluded that the 8-year-old had been punished for taking food when she was hungry, locked inside her bedroom, and subjected to punishments that included repeated toothbrushing and an ice-cold shower. All 4 children were removed from the home by Florida's Department of Children and Families, while their mother was charged with child neglect. and only afterward did another detail emerge from the father himself. He told officers that this wasn't the family's first involvement with Child Protective Services. According to him, the same girl had previously been removed from the home when she was around 2.5 years old and spent roughly 2 years in foster care before eventually returning to her parents. So what initially looked like a simple search for a runaway child ended very differently. The girl hadn't simply disappeared and refused to come home. She had found police and then given them a reason to question what she was running from in the first place. The reason that girl kept running away eventually became painfully clear. In the next recording, however, what appeared at the scene was far harder to explain. The following footage is said to have been recorded by a police officer at the scene of a devastating house fire that had claimed several members of the same family. While the building was still engulfed in flames, the officer began documenting what was happening. But as the camera moved across the burning structure, something appeared against the fire that didn't seem to belong there. For only a brief moment, a dark, almost human-shaped figure can be seen surrounded by the flames. And because of what had just happened inside the home, some viewers later compared the shape to the Grim Reaper. Of course, there are much more ordinary explanations. With intense flames, thick smoke, and an extremely bright background, even part of the structure or an object caught at the right angle could create a surprisingly human silhouette. But without seeing exactly what was physically standing in that location, it's difficult to determine from the recording alone what actually produced the shape. And considering this footage was captured in the middle of a fire that had just taken several lives, the timing made the image feel far more unsettling. Whether it was simply an object hidden by the flames, a strange effect of smoke and light, or something else entirely, the figure remains one of those details that is much harder to ignore once you notice it. But while the figure in the flames may never be identified, the next mystery began with someone who had seemingly vanished without a trace.
Whoa! Yeah. Gun? There's all sorts of blood in here. She's in there.
Show me your hand! I got the dog! Get off the ground! He's reaching!
On July 2nd, 2019, police in Aurora, Colorado were asked to check on 35-year-old Amber Zotto after her mother hadn't been able to reach her for several days. Amber's car was still sitting outside the house, while her phone, bank cards, and other belongings remained inside. Yet she herself seemed to have vanished.
Is that what? She here?
When officers arrived, only her 2 children were home, and both said they hadn't seen their mother in 2 days. At first, there was still a possible explanation. Amber had apparently left after a night of drinking and arguing with her husband, Keith, and officers even found a handwritten note inside the house that seemed to suggest she might have harmed herself. But the more officers looked at the situation, the less that explanation seemed to fit.
Hello? Betty, it's Officer Crowley, Aurora Police Department. I'm at the Milan Circle address. I'm talking to the kids. What's your relation to this family, just so I know?
I'm their grandma. She didn't take her truck because you can see it in the driveway.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Her phone, the bank card is still in the house.
Yeah.
Amber had left behind virtually everything she would normally need, and according to her mother, even when she had walked away after arguments in the past, she usually ended up at her parents' home. This time, she hadn't. Police eventually reached Keith by phone and asked for permission to search the house, which he immediately gave. While one officer began looking through the property, another stayed on the phone with him and started asking about the last night he had seen Amber.
So Keith gave verbal consent for us to go in the house. I'm just gonna go in. If you want to come with me, I will. Because I'd like you to show me. Okay. Where did you find the notebook?
In the garage.
In the garage.
They literally live there.
Okay, let's start there then.
So Keith, in a bigger picture, what's going on?
Man, me and Amber drinks a lot, and we fight a lot, and she likes to walk away, or actually drive away, and I took her keys from her, so she couldn't drive away. She grabbed her purse, slammed her phone on the ground, and left, and I have not seen her since.
Keith admitted they had both been drinking heavily and arguing over money. But when the officer asked whether the argument could have become physical, his answer was far from reassuring. He said he hoped he hadn't hurt her, before admitting that there was a possibility he had because parts of the night were missing from his memory.
Keith, did it get physical at all, or was it just arguing?
Yeah, we've been physical a couple times, but I want to say Saturday night, no.
You know, this is a fair question. Is there any chance that you hurt her in any way?
I fucking hope not, dude. I fucking hope not. But yeah, there's a possibility. I mean, I'm hoping not, but like I said, I don't remember shit. Me and Amber go through this shit all the time, and she always comes back.
Okay.
The only thing I'm worried about is she always goes to her fucking mom's house. She doesn't go anywhere. She does go somewhere else, but she always ends up at her mom's house.
Meanwhile, a strong smell coming from the garage led officers toward a large trash bin, and what they discovered there would change everything they thought they were dealing with.
Whoa. Yeah. Gun. Oh. Magazine. Okay. Do we want to call someone? Yeah. 1 second. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll have you stay inside, please.
She's in there.
The welfare check had now become a homicide investigation, but almost immediately after the discovery, Amber's mother told police something that created another problem.
When I searched the house, my fear was, something funky. I looked in that trash bin.
Okay.
There was nothing in it.
Okay. Well, when was that? When did...
I was here about 9 a.m.
Okay.
There was not... I would have noticed that.
Okay.
The top was the carpets, and because of the smell, I literally biased it.
I'm just going to see her.
Forensic files. It was not there. So somebody's been here.
Okay.
And the kids are sleeping, and they are unaware of being here.
Okay.
But so somebody did that.
Okay.
Ready? What's your first name? Ron, can you get the kids and just go wait in your house?
That left investigators with an obvious question. If Amber had already been inside the garage since the weekend, how could her own mother have looked into the same container only hours earlier and apparently seen nothing? While that question remained unresolved, investigators soon would get a much clearer answer about what had happened to Amber.
I don't want to falsely alarm you, but I also believe in being as honest as we can with loved ones. We may have found Amber.
No.
Yeah, but we're not completely sure yet, Ron.
Just do it. Just do it.
We're not pointing fingers or making accusations at this time, but is there any reason Keith would hurt her?
I don't know. I really don't. I wish I could tell you more. I don't.
Either accidentally or intentionally, would he hurt or kill her? If he were to mistreat her, would she protect him?
She probably would.
So I went out there and I seen the letter, it was a 4.5-page note. And it's very important. I looked in that trash bin.
Okay.
It had an ungodly trash odor, honestly. But I tried to, there's some carpet squares were on the top. I tried to lift up, make sure there was nothing under it.
Okay.
Not that, I don't know what I was expecting, but I did. So I absolutely looked in that bin.
Okay.
That'll be important. And didn't see anything, and I went out.
After speaking with Amber's parents and children, investigators still had one major problem. Keith was nowhere to be found. But before they could begin searching for him, they learned that he had visited his sister just hours earlier, and during that conversation, he had told her what happened that night.
I saw my brother park up there, and so I got the dogs out. And I didn't know the front door was open, and he just came in, and I seen it on his face, and he goes, "You know I don't hate you." That was the first thing out of his mouth. And I said, "I know, I love you, you're my best friend." Okay. And then I said, "It's Amber that's trying to keep us apart." Okay. And he just looked at me and started crying, and I said, "Oh my God, what did you do?" Okay. And I asked him if Amber was okay. And then he looked at me and he said, "You know what, I don't remember anything." Okay. I just remember waking up and seeing her on the ground. Okay. I asked him what the hell happened to tell me what he did. Okay. He said they'd been drinking and fighting all night. Okay. It was over money, I guess. He opened some bills and found out that the house had been foreclosed on. Okay. And that Amber pulled out the gun and he hit my brother with it. And then Keith said he took it away. And it just happened like that. He said he blinked his eyes and that was it. He said I blinked my eyes too and I opened them and I seen her on the ground.
Her account gave investigators the clearest picture yet of what had happened inside the house. But whatever version Keith gave his sister, investigators now knew he had been there when Amber was killed. And only a few hours later, he returned to his sister's house and surrendered to police.
Ready? Watch out, Bubba.
Show me your hands!
Front door. Ma'am, come to me.
Going out.
I see him. I see him. Come to me.
Going out. Turn right.
Point to me. Come to me.
I got a guy out. Gotcha.
Hands up. Everybody hands up, please. Very good. Walk to my voice. Go hands on.
Stop. Just you.
Just walk towards me. Nice and easy. Okay? All right. We'll talk to you in a... No, we're not. We're not going to hurt him. Okay? Walk towards me.
All right, I got him. You got hands. Thank you, guys.
No. Just keep walking. Walk towards this guy.
Very good. You good, man. Very good. Very good.
Very good. Right here. There you go. Sit right there, man. Yes, sir.
With Keith now in custody, investigators could finally begin piecing together what had happened inside the house that night. Keith would continue to claim that the shooting happened during a drunken argument and that the gun had gone off accidentally after he took it from Amber. But prosecutors ultimately argued that the evidence told a very different story. The case eventually went before a jury, and in May of 2021, Keith was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. By that point, police had answered nearly every major question surrounding Amber's death. They knew who had killed her, how she had ended up concealed inside the garage, and what had happened in the hours leading up to her disappearance. But there was still one detail from the very beginning of the investigation that never received such a clear explanation. Amber's mother remained adamant that she had looked inside that exact trash can earlier that morning. She even remembered the smell and the pieces of carpet covering the top, yet insisted that neither the gun nor her daughter's body had been there when she checked. Whether she simply failed to notice what was directly in front of her, couldn't process what she had seen, or something else happened during those few hours, was never fully explained. And that meant that even after Amber's killer was convicted, one of the strangest details captured during that first police search remained unanswered. And while detectives eventually solved almost everything surrounding Amber's death, the final recording left officers with something they couldn't even begin to identify.
They're tough guys, but some police officers saw something that freaked them out, and they captured it on camera.
On September 20th, 2014, Officer Carl Romero was monitoring the surveillance cameras inside the Espanola police station in New Mexico when something moving through one of the station's secured areas caught his attention. At first, Romero assumed it was probably nothing unusual, perhaps a bug passing close to the camera. But the longer he watched, the stranger the shape became, because what moved across the screen appeared to have legs and seemed almost human. The figure slowly crossed the station's sally port, an enclosed area normally used to transport prisoners, before appearing to pass directly through a locked gate without ever opening it. That immediately created a problem. The area was secured, and anyone physically entering or leaving should have needed to pass through one of the gates. Yet officers said no alarm had been triggered, and nobody else was supposed to be there.
And there's not really any way for it to get out through there, but it seems to walk right through.
What made the footage even stranger was that some officers working inside the building claimed this wasn't the first unusual experience they'd had there. Several had previously reported unexplained sounds, strange shapes in otherwise empty areas, and even the sensation that someone was standing behind them when nobody was there. Of course, something close to the camera could potentially create a distorted shape, especially under infrared surveillance. But from the footage alone, officers couldn't clearly identify what had moved through the secured area that night. And whatever it was, it appeared to cross a barrier that an actual person shouldn't have been able to pass without opening it. Which left Romero with the same question he had when he first saw it on the monitor. If nobody had entered that area, what exactly had just walked through it? That's all for today, folks. If you like to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.